What's up, everybody? This is IFBB Pro Cody Montgomery. I am a professional bodybuilder. For any of you guys that don't know, I turned pro when I was 20 years old. It's now been 2 years, I'm 22. And yeah, so I grew up gaming, playing Call of Duty. I played some Sonic on the GameCube. Mostly I was an Xbox guy, mostly Call of Duty like I mentioned. I was a diehard Call of Duty actually throughout high school. But I haven't played video games in a few years, and I have definitely not played some of the video games that we're about to play. This is going to be interesting.
Hey, what's up? My name is Chris. I'm the director of IT here at Blackstone Labs. I've been in this job for about 2.5 years. My history with gaming, I've been playing video games since I was like 4 years old. It's been a hobby of mine forever. I mostly play PC games. I played World of Warcraft for a long time.
I'm Mr. T and I'm a night elf more.
All right, chums up. Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy!
I played Starcraft professionally for about 2 years. Mostly now it's just kind of a, something I do on the side. Play a lot of board games too. I haven't really been to the gym much, lately. It's not really my thing. I know Cody's gonna kick my ass with that, but I'm hoping I can do the same with some video games. We're gonna play something a little more intense. We're gonna play some Dark Souls. So that should be fun.
He said this is his first workout in a year that he's gone through. So we're about to show him a few things. I'm gonna show you guys a couple tips, help Chris on some form and on some common mistakes that you see in the gym, and just try to have an overall good workout, put him through something that he hasn't done in over a year. So we're gonna try to, the goal will be to push himself and for you guys to get something out of this video that you guys can take to the gym. All right, so the first exercise we're gonna be doing, or Chris is gonna be doing, a lat pull down, wide grip. This is a good way to warm up the back. It's an overall very basic way I start a lot of my back workouts. So go ahead and have Chris start with this. The goal here would be like 12 reps, 3 to 4 sets, and kind of warming up as you go. So let's see how you do a few reps. You wanna get in here and get since we're gonna do wide grip, you wanna get a little bit wider than shoulder width. You can get, a general rule of thumb is some people like maybe their pinky on the little line, or your index finger. You can just kind of feel what works with you and how wide you are for your body. And then come down here, and you just wanna try to drive your elbows down and contract your back. And really not try to pull with your hands, more so pull with your elbows, and just use your hands as hooks. Good. Good. You can lean up a little bit. So a common mistake that some people make, or actually everyone, even including myself, is you're gonna wanna lean back a little bit, and your body's gonna have a tendency to wanna do this just to make the exercise easier. For angle purposes, for stretch purposes, to get the most out of the movement, in theory, you want to be trying to sit up pretty straight. Have the pads be pretty close to your knee. Not have the pads all the way up here. I see a lot of people, they'll hug all the way in and then lean way back or swing. Try not to swing a lot. But overall, Chris was doing it pretty good. Being that Chris hasn't been in the gym in a year, I'm not going to make this super detailed as far as the instruction. It's going to be more broad. For a beginner, the first rule of note is between sets we're gonna do like 60-second breaks, so that, that's probably something that you maybe didn't know, or you were just going set to set or whatever. So
last time I did it, I'd be with somebody else, they do theirs.
Yeah, so I mean, but training by yourself, you wanna start kind of knowing your rest time and things like that, so 60 seconds will be a good rule of note for this workout. So when I think of doing this exercise, I think of being wide, and I think of being in a stretch position and really working the muscle from a stretch position. So at the top of the movement, definitely feel like you're opening you know, mind to muscle connection. I know this is probably all like sounds weird, but try to get your mind in the muscle and feel your back, and feel like you're in this position. All what you're working is in the stretch, like fully stretched position. And the first movement that's coming down is your elbow, but more so pulling with your back.
Gotcha.
Rather than your arms or swinging anything else. Now that we've done the lat pull downs on a lat bar, we'll move into a machine row, with your chest on a supported pad. This is another movement that's good, and some of the movements that we're going to do today are just going to be easy, that you can go in whether you've trained in a year, like you haven't trained in a year, or if you trained, you know, 2 weeks ago. You know, these are just basic movements that, you know, anybody from a beginner to an advanced person should be, you know, incorporating in their workouts. Obviously, you know, more the advanced side, you can do things like partial reps and adding chains and doing different kinds of intensifiers. But being that Chris hasn't trained in a year, we're going to start him out at this level, and then, you know, help him work his way in to getting more intense and getting more out of his workouts as he goes. But honestly, tomorrow he's going to be sore regardless, doing anything, since this is more than you've done in a year. So we'll keep going on the workout and keep the pump going. Hopefully you're starting to get a pump. Next, we're going to be doing a chest supported row machine. This one is plate loaded. So Chris, basically what you want to do is you want to try to find a good grip, neutral grip, a little bit wider than shoulder width, just because this doesn't even have an option to be too close. So this is comparable to like a bent over row. With this, you're going to try to drive your elbows back again. Use your hands more as hooks, like just like the last exercise, and really try to engage your lats, but try to squeeze your shoulder blades all the way together. That will activate most all of your back in the exercise. So it will look kind of like, and you want to get a good foot placement. You go lower, you can go higher, just depending on your height and what feels good. But just as a general rule of thumb, just try to drive your elbows back and squeeze like your traps and your shoulder blades, all of that together. And then that's how it's going to look.
Let's go figure this out.
This is another one of the movements that, you know, being that he hasn't been in a gym in a year, I'm not going to have him jump right into barbell deadlifts or dumbbell deadlifts and risk getting hurt. I just more so want him to start feeling and engaging his muscles throughout this workout and starting to understand what he's doing. When he's, you know, oh, I'm pulling, this is back, I'm pushing, this is, you know, chest. You want to start feeling and getting a mind to muscle connection early on. Chris has trained back in the day, but it's been a year. So, you know, for him to get that muscle to mind connection is going to take a minute, and also just get that endurance and strength back.
Yeah, I definitely feel that one.
It's good?
Yeah.
So keep that weight, do a couple sets.
Yeah, it should be fine.
If you're doing an exercise and you're starting to feel it somewhere else and you really aren't feeling it in the place, it's probably because it's too much weight.
Right.
Or you're just, you know, your muscles fatigued in that, or you just need to build yourself back up. But like on something like this, like next week you're gonna come in here and you'll be able to do another set. You know what I mean? And you gotta build. You gotta start somewhere and just start building.
Yeah.
And then getting the mind to muscle connection. That's what it's all about, really. The more mind to muscle connection, you can make whatever weight you just did 10 times harder. All right, so next up, we're gonna do a very basic back exercise, or you'll see some people do this on chest as well. It's a dumbbell pullover, lying on a bench, and you can do this 110 different ways probably.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna show you the way that I do it.
Okay.
So I get a bench, a flat bench, and I lie down. I grab the dumbbell like so, like kind of like in my hand, just cupping it and using my thumbs to stabilize it. And then my goal is, again, my arms are pretty much not 100% locked out, but they're just there.
Okay.
And I'm just cupping the weight. And most of what I'm feeling right now, stretching, is in my lats. And I'm trying to think wider with my lats, flaring them out kind of. Not even flaring them out, just more so stretch and feel the stretch. And you want to go back to about where you're, you know, flat, maybe a little bit more, just depending on your range of motion.
Okay.
And just feel like, okay, now my muscle's in a good stretch position, and then explode out of it. So a rep's gonna look like that. And obviously, the most careful thing to be,
Don't drop the weight.
don't drop the weight on your face. But this is a good, really basic exercise for everybody, especially somebody starting in the gym. They say this stretches your rib cage, which is gonna make your pier bigger. Everybody wants a bigger chest, broader chest, but also it can give you that width, and it's a good stretch overall movement for the lats. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
So you just want to feel like this is all stretching out, and then when you pull up, you're pulling and getting a harder and harder contraction with your lats. That's good. And this is one of those exercises, it's a little bit easier to feel this, I feel like, than a lot of back movements. So especially for a beginner, I would always suggest having this in somebody's plan. I mean, overall, this is probably, you feel this the most in your back.
Yeah, I do.
Because it's dead weight. There's no way to really fake it other than, you can put a little bit of the weight in your triceps, but you can't, your tricep can't take it.
I think maybe one I did, I could feel it back here, but the rest of it was all back.
You'll see people like, they can do it. Dumbbells, you can do it with, I do it even with bands. Is another way. You can do drop sets, you can do partial reps, you can do all kinds of things, but this is like one of the most basic of back exercises, and if you train 3 or 4 exercises in a back workout, it should always be, you know, a pullover movement of some sort should always be in it.
Mingle here is not dropping this on the head.
This is just for you to note if you want to continue to build and want to continue to push yourself. This week we did 3 sets. Next week you can do 4.
Okay.
You know, and kind of intensify like that, especially because your body just hasn't had a lot of volume at all. So 3 sets is going to do you good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So last, just because the gym doesn't have everything that we might necessarily do, we're gonna have them do a seated row on the ground. So if you want me to demonstrate, do you want me to demonstrate?
Please, yeah.
Okay. So I'll show you guys.
I want to see the technique.
If I can get down here. I'm gonna do a seated row. So you want to get your legs on, well, I guess on here you're gonna be pretty much almost straight. And as a general rule of note, your hands again are going to be kind of hooks. Think about driving your elbows back, but rather than all the way back, you're going to also have to kind of bring it up since it is at the angle it is. So think about bringing it, I would say like the top of this to your nipple range, around your mid-pec. And again, just like the second exercise we did on that row, you want to think about squeezing your shoulder blades together, driving your elbows back, and engaging your lats and the rest of your back in the workout. Let's go. Okay, so that's arms.
Yeah, it's hard.
Think back, think back. Lean up a little bit. Think right. Squeeze my finger. Squeeze it. See that?
Yeah.
You see you squeezed it though?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Pull shoulder blades together. You feel it more like that?
Yeah, I do.
So once I put my my hand on his back, and if you train with a training partner, have them do the same thing. In your middle of your back, you can say, put a pinky, say squeeze it, and then you really start to put the mind in the muscle and realize that you do have enough back there, and you can actually squeeze my pinky if you try, and it engages a lot more. So, I mean, that probably makes the exercise 10 times harder, I would say. And that's not scientific fact, but it's just proven.
Definitely felt it more, that's for sure.
All right, so that is going to be a wrap from the gym. Chris, how was it? Felt pretty good?
Yeah, definitely
You
rough.
toasted?
A little bit, yeah.
Nothing too crazy, but for Chris, that might be that was probably the best workout you've had in a year. So,
It is, for sure.
So that's good. So now that I've gotten the chance to put him through a workout, he's going to be putting me through some stuff later on. But I want to first talk about a few of the things that I noticed in his workout that I noticed maybe with other people that I see in the gym. That are beginners or people who are getting started. One thing I really think that a lot of people have an issue with, and I saw it with you as well, is engaging a lot of other muscles than what they're working. If you go into the gym and you say, I'm gonna work back, try to think about only working your back and feeling your back. If you feel your arms in something, there's a reason you're feeling it.
Yeah.
So put two and two together, think about what you're doing, and then you can get better from it. The mind to muscle with like the pinky, you know, if you have a partner, having them touch your back or touch the muscle that you're training a lot of the time actually does work, especially early on. So that's one of the things. Another thing is wasted motion. Just like on the pullovers, when you were right here, you kept going
forward. Yeah.
Same thing on the pull downs. When you're right here, you're fully engaged, and then you kept going. Just keeping it a little bit shorter, you're going to be more in range. It's going to be more about the hardness of the rep, like those points that are like, damn, this is really working, and keeping constant tension on the muscle will just, in the long term, be much more beneficial for your end result and your results period. Those are a couple of things that I noticed. Overall, Chris was really, really good today in the gym, and I hope you guys enjoy, the instructional type video that we did here. Now it's time to take a little swing of things. And what are we about to do?
We're about to go back and play some Dark Souls. It's a little bit more of an intense game than like a normal shooter, Call of Duty, something like that. It's a little more crazy, so you'll see.
I told them that I've only had experience with Call of Duty, so this is going to be a totally new experience for me. So that's only fair that this was the first time you've been in a gym in a year, and you let me put you through a workout. So I guess let's go play this game and see if I can kick his ass again. My name is Cody Montgomery. I'm an IFBB Pro bodybuilder, and this is my shot at playing Dark Souls.
You should do it. All right.
So this is my character?
This is, you can make this, name it whatever you want. Name it Cody. Yeah. Okay. All right, and now go down. Oh, you might have to hit. Okay. Yep.
Or did I do this way?
No, with your thing. Hit it. Yep, there you
okay,
go.
there we
You go down. You can keep him male, I guess.
Male.
Change the age.
Young.
Yep.
Because since I'm a youngin.
You can pick your now. This is the important one. You pick your class. It like changes your stats and stuff.
Oh shit. Okay. So what's the right one to pick?
They're all kind of unique in their own way. I would pick, probably since this is your first time playing a game like this in a long time, you should probably pick like the Knight. Only because he's pretty straightforward. It's just like a hack and slash. The other ones all kind of have like a unique thing that changes what they do. And then there's like the hardcore mode at the bottom, which is deprived, which is you have nothing. You're naked.
You're bare bones,
you're bare bones. That's like hardcore mode. So I'd pick Knight.
Okay.
That should be the best one. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna be a Knight.
For burial gift, pick one. We'll give you a
hidden blessing.
Yeah, these are all like a starting thing that you get in the game. That gives you some sort of bonus or some sort of like extra thing. Tells you at the top what they each do. If I were you, I'd probably pick the life ring. It's gonna help you in the beginning. It's gonna give you more life, especially since you're new.
Actually,
Yeah, so I'd pick that.
Okay.
Just keep the face. That's fine.
Build.
That just changes how he looks.
Very burly.
Yeah, if you want him to be the Cody Montgomery copy.
That's how burly they were back in the day. Like.
Yeah.
It's like everybody here in Florida.
That's how you look.
All right. That's bad.
All right, so go to finalize.
Yeah, he got a bigger chest.
Yeah.
Thing. All right, finalize creation.
Yep.
All right. You know what's funny? I've never played this game, but I recognize it from like somewhere. I've seen someone playing it.
It's been advertised, that's for sure. Demon Souls came out. The very first one was called Demon Souls. Then there was a new game. It was the spiritual successor called Dark Souls. Then there was Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, and then there's another game thrown in there called Bloodborne.
And that was by the same people?
Yeah, same people. The name of the developer is From Software. All their games are great for the most part.
And they have this on Xbox.
This
and
is on
PS4.
Xbox and PS4. Yep.
Okay,
All right.
so this is it.
So this, you're in the game now.
This just
All
got
right.
like.
Now you move with the left stick. You select stuff. Yep. That all the R buttons are your attack buttons. So R1 is to attack. That's R2. That's heavy attack.
Oh, okay.
So R1 is light attack. R2 is heavy attack. L1 is to hold up your shield. Yeah, the top L button.
Which?
This one? Yeah.
L.
This is L1. This is L2.
Okay.
So, yeah, there you go. That's
that's
the
the
block.
shield.
And then L2 is parry.
It's like.
Yeah, you parry. So if somebody attacks you and you time it right, you get like a special counterattack.
Okay. Okay.
Now, all right, see those little all right, so you got a guy right at you. So spam R1. There you go. You got it.
We got our first kill.
You see those red things on the floor?
Yeah.
They kind of teach you how to play. This is
Oh,
like the
okay.
tutorial area. So if you hit it, it tells you what to do. So the right bumper, or the right stick, if you push in the right stick, the right analog stick, it'll target something. So the next enemy you see, you should try and target him. So there's a guy to your left. So if you go up to him.
That guy right there?
Yeah. And hit the right stick. There you go, targets him. Now you locked on. Alright, so he got you. R1, R1. There you go. Now he dropped an item. Go ahead and hit A. So you got a soul. Now, what those souls do is later on, you can level up your character by spending the souls on your stats.
Okay.
So like you have like strength, dexterity, like all these other things that make your character better. And the souls will help you. And that's how you backstep in your roll. The B button is the one, yeah, right there. So if you just tap it, you roll. That's kind of the most important thing about this game. When you roll, you become invincible for about a second.
Oh, wow.
So when someone goes to attack you, if you roll out of the way, it won't kill you.
Like good timing.
Yeah. This game is kind of about timing your attacks and making sure that you dodge at the right time and attack at the right
So
time.
dodges again. This one.
Dodge is B. Yeah, that's the side step. But if you're moving in a direction, you'll roll. So what you're doing, since your health is low, you're going to want to hit X, which is the blue button. That restores your health.
That's resurgence.
Okay? It looks like resurgence. So one thing I noticed that you're doing when you're attacking is you're hitting the trigger on the bottom to attack. You want to hit the top button. That's a light attack. The heavy attacks are way long. See how much longer that is?
So you can, oh shit.
You got it. See how much quicker that was? Like you got ahead of him.
Yeah, I just attacked
Yeah.
him before he even
Okay.
saw me coming.
R2 you pretty much never want to do. And then pretty soon you're actually going to have to fight a boss. Which is kind of what this game is all about.
So that's where I'm probably gonna die.
Probably.
Repeatedly.
Now don't fall off the cliff. That would be
I'm just
bad.
seeing if there's somebody around this corner.
Alright, there's a bonfire. Now, what the bonfires do is they restore all of your health, and they give you all of your Estus flasks back. And what's really cool about this game is that you can travel in between the bonfires. So they're kind of like checkpoints throughout the game. Alright.
So that's like his magical time. He gets.
Kind of, yeah. So you can go ahead and just go ahead and leave. There's nothing else you need to do here. But you got, notice how you had 2 Estus flasks and now you have 3?
I have 3.
You got them back.
Because I drank that one.
So you got a guy in front of you. So remember, light attacks. That was a heavy attack.
Oh, dude.
There you go. Drop something.
I was like thinking about it, and I was still thinking about it. And I pressed the freaking.
It's very similar to like what you're saying. It's muscle memory. It's knowing where your hands go.
Yeah.
All right, so this guy's a boss.
So this is the hard guy.
This is gonna be
Oh, dude, I got him.
tough.
Is there anybody else around?
Nope, just him. So this is gonna be the fun part. This is separating the men from the boys here. You gotta pull the sword out of him.
Oh goodness. Oh yeah.
All right. All right. Don't get so far. Watch out. All right. Don't forget you can roll. All right. You might want to heal. All right. Here's phase 2. It gets a lot harder.
Goodness.
Yeah. Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Heal, heal, heal.
What did I say? Yeah, what did I say though?
Yeah.
I said I'm gonna get that.
That was close.
Almost did. Alright.
He got you. Alright, so here's what you want to do.
Dude, there's no way I'm gonna. How does it go from like the easiest people? Like you go up and you stab him one time, and then it goes to like the monster. You have
It's
to
a
stab
boss.
like. Alright.
Alright, get that item.
Get into it.
Drop the thing.
I'm getting into it because I need to freaking kill this
Okay.
guy. Oh my gosh, of course. What the?
You're good.
Oh, go.
You don't have any things left. You gotta find them. You lost them in the camera.
Oh no.
Oh, he got you. So close.
It's like that far away.
He was really close. You're really close. Alright, you're full health. Perfect run so far.
Alright, this swimming and pressure's on.
Just
I'm dragging him in there so I have more bodies in there.
just look at the boss. When he's going for a big attack, just dodge out of the way and then start attacking him. Also watch your stamina.
Like how do you run away from him?
That thing's huge. The trick to this fight is that you have to do as much damage as you can before he transforms. Dodge.
Oh my gosh. Get over, man. I get it. There's no way I can do it.
Alright, Chris, hop in there.
You want me to hop in there?
Just defeat him for me, man.
What if your contract was based on you beating him?
I would beat it, but it would take me 2 more hours.
He would
man.
have like a full beard by the end.
So now,
Alright. So we'll walk through this. Oh, you got me. Okay.
hey, I don't feel that bad now. I don't feel that.
He's tough. Dark Souls is not easy.
Man, I'm telling you. I was like, man, is this the first level? Like, holy shit. How do
Yeah,
people
Dark
play this
Souls.
shit?
And it gets even harder. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
So you have to get the dark.
Alright, so
Okay, he's defeated. Nah, I was the one holding the controller, really. So we just finished up playing Dark Souls and took Chris through a workout. Hopefully you guys liked the little bit of different content. This is the first time I played a video game in a year plus, and this is the first time that Chris has had a workout in a year plus.
it definitely
So,
shows on both ends, I think.
A pretty level playing field, I would say. So, Chris, if you want, don't be too mean, but if you want to give me some critiques on my gaming skills, I gave you some critiques in the
It was
gym.
actually pretty, you know, for a Dark Souls game, it was pretty impressive. I mean, the first time you went in on the boss, you actually almost killed him, which was,
I had
you know,
high hopes. I had
it was
big
close.
ambitions.
I think the biggest thing is just it's muscle memory with your hands, because like in the very beginning, you were hitting the wrong button on the R2 to do the wrong attack. So it's just kind of, once you do it enough, you just kind of, it clicks, right? The biggest part about the game that I noticed is it's just kind of studying your enemy and knowing when to dodge. Because when you were fighting the boss sometimes, it was like you just sort of was like, whoa, there's a lot going on, you know, and just swinging your sword as much as you could.
You're telling me I felt the same way.
Yeah. But I mean, it was definitely a good first shot. It was, I know the game's frustrating. Trust me, that's kind of, that's sort of what its draw is, you know. But you did a good job, that's for sure.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yes, it was my first go. I was very ambitious, and I almost killed the, what is it?
The first boss, I don't even remember his name, to be honest with you.
The first boss, I almost killed him, as you guys will see, or as you guys saw. But yeah, overall, a very fun experience. Like he said, I didn't do that bad, I feel like, but it was pretty newbie skills, so don't be making fun of me. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video.